Here's a question for you. Should single people avoid social media on Valentine's Day? Well, here with some helpful answers is CEO and founder of Most Days, Brent Franson. Good morning, Brent.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. Before we launch into the answers to those questions, tell us about Most Days.
Yeah, Most Days is an app that uses community and behavioral psychology and AI to help people change the way that they live their lives.
Well, that's really a noble mission. So how are you doing that? What are the steps that people need to take to be a part of this community you're creating?
Yeah, so it's an app. You can just download it on the App Store. But basically, central to the app is identifying a set of habits. So a set of things that you want to do or not do most days. And then that set of habits is nested within a system that we call a ritual. It's just a big, easy button in the middle of the app that you go through. It takes about 5 minutes most days, but you can interact with a community of other people who are working on the same kind of change. You can invite or be matched with an accountability partner. You're setting goals and identifying your core values, a whole bunch of things that helps you with the most important part of change, which is successfully achieving the change. And about 80% of members improve. It's going really well.
And how long have you been up and running?
We started the company in 2020.
Well, that sounds good then. You're doing really, really well. So let's go back to the question. What about singles and social media? Valentine's Day can be fraught for everyone, especially if you're single.
Yeah, so first, let's remind ourselves that what we see on social media is not a reflection of reality. So what's happening on social media is we're taking the good moments and we're posting the good moments, and we're not posting the bad moments. And so avoiding social media, particularly if you're somebody who wants to be in a relationship but isn't around Valentine's Day, not only is it not going to be helpful, it's not an accurate reflection of reality. So high, strong recommendation for avoiding social media around Valentine's Day.
And what are your self-care tips for singles who may be feeling lonely or certainly marginalized on this day of love?
Yeah, so first we want to remember that not all people who are single want to be in a relationship. So we call that group of people single at heart, and they're happy being single. It works for them, and we want to celebrate them. For people who are single and want to be in a relationship, I would have 3 recommendations. So the first is adopt the Most Days mindset. So this is a mindset of self-compassion, of progress, not perfection. Remember to be kind to yourself. Some days you're going to get up, you're going to do the thing, you're going to take steps towards finding your person. Other days you're not, and that's okay. So that's recommendation number 1, adopt the Most Days mindset. Recommendation number 2 is use this time to do some reflecting and to take a page out of the science of goal setting. So the science of goal setting would tell us that we want to be really honest about the obstacles that get in the way of achieving a goal. So if you're trying to find your person, what are those obstacles? Are you getting out and going to the social events where you might meet somebody? Are you accepting your friends who want to set you up with somebody? Are you on the dating app? You're going to figure out whatever that is for you, but use this time to be really honest about what those obstacles are and put in place a plan. And then the third and final recommendation I would have is remind yourself that the most important relationship that we all have is the relationship that we have with ourselves. And so, every time we're on a plane, we're going to hear, put on your own face mask before you put on someone,
right.
A face mask for somebody around you. And so remember that taking care of yourself and that relationship with yourself is most important.
Brent, thank you so much for all this great advice and for pointing us out to Most Days.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with Lifestyles right after this.